backdrop, I would like to open up this conversation with Honorable Madam Sujata Koirala, the former
Thank you.
Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Nepal. Sujata ji, welcome. You are the second
Uh,
female leader to be elected to the office of the Prime Minister which is the highest office in the history of your country. Can you please share your work in brief as a female leader, what it is to be a female leader in the highest office of the government?
wow. I thank you, Priya ji, moderator, for the kind introduction. And it is a great pleasure to join the web panel of global women intellectuals and UN women ambassadors to talk on women leadership during COVID-19 crisis. Well, I have been working as a social worker, and I'm also a member of parliament. And I work for the community, and we have also hospital, which plastic and reconstructive surgery hospital, and we are treating all village people. I am a standing committee member, ICAP, International Conference of Asian Political Parties. I go to different conferences, and I'll give you a little bit introduction of this Asian political parties. The International Conference of Asian Political Parties is a common platform for political parties in Asia to exchange dialogues, views, and cooperation. Through this platform, we discuss each other's politics, economy, social, and technical aspects. We exchange our experiences through regular meetings. This is an excellent platform for all political parties in Asia to progress as a common entity. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, we are forced to hold our conferences through online. And there we have been discussing the role of political parties and the state in combating the spread of the pandemic and how Asia as a whole can cooperate together. We share our experiences of the impact the coronavirus has made in our respective countries and what we are doing to mitigate and eventually defeat this pandemic. The main intention of the conference itself was on how Asian countries could work together during such difficult times, while also sharing challenges and obstacles in our states. It helped a lot in understanding the situation of other countries and their action plan to resolve this crisis. In Asia, some countries are more prosperous than others, and some are more technologically advanced than the rest. My belief is that if we remain disciplined and united, we can overcome these tough times. The United States and Europe are badly suffering at the moment. Asia has been fortunate enough not to suffer in the same magnitude, but we are also in great trouble, as you all know. In terms of industrial development, economy, and population, Asia remains one of the largest continents in the world. Disturbances in this part of the region will impact the whole world. That is why it is more important for us in Asia to prevent and eradicate this pandemic as soon as possible. Asia's contribution to global GDP is about 42%. That is quite high. So this is the situation right now we are discussing on. And can I say some more? Can I speak more about
Yes, so I was actually going to ask you a follow-up question on this, is that Nepal was the first country in South Asia to actually report the COVID-19 case, and it was in January where most of the world
Yes,
started actually taking notice of it and
yes,
learning about the gravity of this whole thing.
yeah.
And also, if you see that South Asia is the interest to the world for the opportunities that it brings, and especially Nepal from tourism and of other trade things that it has. So, can you please share how will Nepal and in the whole South Asia emerge from this crisis? Because there's a total disruption in the speed and the scale of globalization because of this.
This is an extraordinary time for all of us. Corona crisis has come to us as a global health emergency. Nepal detected the first COVID-19 on January 22nd, 2020. Majority of the corona cases have come from returnees from India or Europe or Gulf countries. The large number of coronavirus cases are reported to be imported one. Government machinery is being mobilized to monitor and regulate the open border with India. Yes, South Asia offers immense opportunities for development. Its diversity is rich and acts as unifying force to make full use of huge opportunities available in South Asia region. Countries in the region have come together. We have South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SARC, as you know, to bring all countries together in one platform. I feel it is time to revive SARC and work together, march together and cooperate with each other. In times of corona crisis, we must show solidarity, not to work in isolation. SARC comes handy for such kind of cooperation, unity and solidarity. Regarding globalization, there is a second thought about it. Corona crisis has gripped the world and disrupted the speed.
Excuse me, can I stop you for a moment just to ask you, because there's a lot of interference somewhere else, and I think because we can't hear you, I just wondered if we could maybe isolate where that's coming from before we carry on, because we're missing a lot. Somebody has the microphone on, it's not muted, and there are children talking in the back, and I can't hear what the speaker's saying.
Yes, so actually,
Can you unmute, please?
yeah, so the host has the control, so just keep everybody else I will be unmuted, and the speaker who is speaking, rest everybody should be muted, because it's very difficult for others to hear.
Right.
And we have to be very sensitive of the time that we have, and there's so much to cover. So thank you everybody for your time, for joining, but we need you to be muted at all times so this can go very smoothly.
Okay, did you go ahead? Honorable Sujata, did you go ahead?
Okay, now shall I speak something on
Yes,
women,
yes, go ahead.
women issue? Little bit, I have to, I think.
Yes.
Vivi, do you have any other question?
No, I will come back to you later, but you can finish what your thoughts were.
Yeah, okay. I have so many. Okay, now it is not a mere coincidence that many of the countries that have dealt effectively with the virus are strong democracies, including Germany, Iceland, New Zealand, Norway, and Finland. They all are headed by women. Closer home in South Asia, women leaders have been able to govern effectively in a democratic manner. In Bangladesh, despite multiple of problems and influx of about 1 million refugees in the country, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has been handling challenges in her best way at this crisis time. These women leaders have been effective in containing the spread of coronavirus. They have put in place strategies to tackle COVID-19 cases. They have shown compassionate approach and close attention to the difficulties of the people. We need to learn from them and apply the best practices to better this situation here. Now, I'm worried that some of the rulers are using pandemic as a cover to consolidate power and privilege and making intrusion into personal freedom. Free flow of information, fact-based debate about policy options, the voluntary self-organization of civil society and open engagement between government and the people are vital assets in combating the pandemic. Accountability and transparency are very important. Now, I want to tell you a little bit also about Nepal. Many countries are without effective legal arrangements. Their journey should be towards full participation for women and girls in far from over. They have the lowest participation in parliaments and legislatures. Women had played a significant role in Nepal for establishing democracy in Nepal. The Constitution of Nepal promulgated in 2015 guarantees 33% representation in the parliament. At the local level, representation in provinces and municipalities and villages, the representation is 40%. Nepal is developing women participation through institutional arrangements at the center, province, and local levels. Nepal Women Commission is the focal point for all these efforts. So we feel that women's empowerment started from the grassroots level is vital to address the challenges. We should give good education, healthcare to women, and make them participate in economics and politics. We should ensure economic independence for women. Women should be given loans to improve their educational base, health, legal, economic, and political opportunities. In some countries, at the end, I want to say last few words. In some countries, we still read news reports that women are not enjoying equality under law. Also in Nepal, the same property rights, same rights of association and mobility. They face double day taxing, employment, and full responsibility for housework and childcare. It is so painful to note that some societies are still treating women as mere instrument of the ends of others, reproductive engines, sexual outlets, and agents of a family general property. They are abused and marginalized even in 21st century. Thank you. Thank you, Priyaji.
Thank you so much, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister. Thank you so much. So